Happy Monday! Welcome to the fourth installment of Our Teacher Says What? I am so happy that you are joining me again, and I really appreciate your support on this new channel. If you aren't aware, somehow you got here without knowing about my other channel, I have a much larger channel that regards acrylic pouring. That is simply my name, Courtney Hoelscher, but this is my second venture at a channel, which is a completely different topic about teaching art in public school, at a high school specifically. Daily diary, thoughts on goings on in life and teaching art, but also I guess like what we're doing in class and story time sometime, because funny things happen in here. You never know what's going to happen, so I'll share that stuff with you, and I appreciate you hanging out with me. It is Monday morning, a lovely fall day. We had a lovely weekend. I hope you had a lovely weekend. We went to a birthday party at a friend's house yesterday. A boy that is my son's age, and his parents are friends with us, and we've all been friends since before the kids were born, so it was a nice afternoon to catch up, and there was piñatas and scavenger hunts and all kinds of fun things. Also, this weekend, we started our new tradition that I hope will continue year after year of the thankfulness pumpkin. So we got an extra pumpkin. We didn't carve it so that it wouldn't be rotten by now, because the other ones are rotten by now, but this one is going to be our thankfulness pumpkin, and it's sitting on our dinner table. And every day we're going to take a black permanent marker and write things that we're thankful for. So we have each written 3 things on there, which just happen to be the other 3 people in the family. There's 4 of us, 2 parents, 2 kids. So it was pretty much a consensus that that's what we're most thankful for, is each other, which is super sweet. But every day, I guess before dinner, we're going to revisit that and write some other things that we're thankful for on the pumpkin. Today, I thought that I would take a request, and if you ever have a request about what you would like for me to discuss about being an art teacher, you have questions, or you want info on something like the ceiling, maybe? I do plan to talk about that at some point. Just let me know, and I'll do that. Cinnamon Girl went ahead and let me know last week that she would like to know about some specific lessons that we're doing in art class. Obviously, we're doing a ceramics unit right now. I talked last week about the empty bowls and also the coil pots that we're working on. But we had just finished up a couple of other projects, a mandala project in my intermediate class, and also a grid self-portrait project in my beginning class. So I will show those in a couple of subsequent videos. And we'll start with the mandalas today. So here you go, mandalas. As I run through these, I'll tell you a little bit about how I introduced it. We talked about how there is symmetry and then there's radial symmetry, and this would be an example of radial symmetry. Like a pizza pie, you could divide it up into many different ways, and it's pretty much the same, balanced on both sides. And so then we looked at examples of mandalas in history, across geography and time and culture and belief systems, religions. We specifically looked at the Tibetan monks that travel around, the Buddhist monks that travel around and do the sand mandala demonstrations. And the idea that they create these really elaborate pieces of art that are very temporary. They're just sand on a flat surface. And then after they're done, and there's so much symbology in them, representing the different levels that it takes to reach nirvana. And then in the end, they sweep it all to the center and either divide it up amongst the crowd after praying over it and giving it all this positive energy, sweeping it up, dividing it amongst the crowd, or pouring it into the nearest body of water to be dispersed out into the larger area. So therefore spreading their energy, their positive energy and prayers out to the world. It's a really beautiful idea, and also an example of how process is more important than product sometimes, and also how nothing is permanent, and creation is more important than destruction, and all of the balance of the things. It's a beautiful idea. But also we looked at the example of how there is mandalas in all of the religions and cultures. There's mandalas in Christianity and in Islam, and we looked at it even in crazy stuff like astrology and yeah. So it's just everywhere. It's in nature. I'm sure you could come up with some ideas too. We looked at lots of examples in class, but these are what my new students came up with, and I'm very proud of them. They did a great job. Some of them are more detail-oriented than others. As you can imagine, personalities are. But they're great, and I've really enjoyed looking at them. All right, that was all about mandalas. I hope you enjoyed it. Come back tomorrow, please. I'd love to have you hang out with me. And that is your 4th installment of Our Teacher Says What? If you like what you see, let me know in the comments, like and subscribe, and click the bell in order to get notified. But also know that this is going to be a Monday through Friday thing. So come and hang out with me. Bye. All right, that was all about mandalas. I hope you enjoyed it. Come back tomorrow, please. I'd love to have you hang out with me. And that is your 4th installment of Our Teacher Says What? If you like what you see, let me know in the comments, like and subscribe, and click the bell in order to get notified. But also know that this is going to be a Monday through Friday thing. So come and hang out with me. Bye.